morning. It's another early start. Today I'm headed down to Washington to go see North Cascades National Park and hopefully see some fall foliage. The leaves are supposed to be at peak. So, really excited about today. So remember a few days ago I had my really disappointing sunrise? Today is not that day. Okay, I made it to North Cascades National Park where all the visitor centers are closed and there are no maps and I have no agenda. So we're winging it, but so far so good. There's a big river and mountains. I'm at Diablo Lake now, and it's gigantic. To give you some perspective, there's a boat with several people in it down there. It's teeny tiny, you can barely see it. That's how big this lake is. Really pretty turquoise glacial water again. I stopped to do a little hike. This is the Rainy Lake Trail. And I'm on a little bridge over this really beautiful waterfall and stream. You can see there's snow up here. It's kind of exciting. Do some hiking in the snow. You can see the snow on the trees over here. I really didn't realize there was any snow. You couldn't see any from the road until I got back here, like at the trailhead, but it's so pretty. Some people didn't agree with my assessment of Whistler, and I realized that I really prefer my nature when I'm alone and can only hear things like the bird above me, or there's some water seeping through and dripping through these rocks, or a squirrel over here that's just like throwing a fit. Once that stops, it'll be pretty quiet. I don't know if you'll be able to see or hear. There's a squirrel right, let's see if I can do this, right there. And this thing is wigging out. It has been chirping for like 5 minutes. I think there's some squirrel territory dispute happening. There he goes again. Angry squirrel. This trail I'm on has some like educational markers along the way, and I just learned about snow creep, which is super interesting. You can kind of see how this tree is bent. There's one over here that's better actually. How this tree is bent at the base. And I guess this is from when it snows and the snow piles up. Gravity pulls it down the mountain and it pushes on the tree, but the tree always wants to grow straight up towards the sun, so it bends like this. So interesting. I see the lake getting closer. Here we are, Rainy Lake. Not too shabby. I like it. I'm so used to mucky ocean water, lake water. I just can't get enough of this clear water we've seen all over the West, really, but these glacial fed lakes are just crystal clear. You can see, I mean, they get deep, so you can't see through the water at a certain point, but where they're shallow, you can see everything. I like it. I think I must be standing at some kind of line of demarcation where the sun gets through and where it doesn't, because there's a very, very clear separation of the areas with snow, and then all of a sudden from here onto the lake there's nothing. So I'm not really sure if that's just like, you know, at noon that's as far as the sun makes it or what. There's not a lot of elevation change, so, and like the vegetation looks the same throughout the forest, so it's got to be angle of the sun related, but it's just really interesting to go from snow to all of a sudden nothing, or from no snow, bam, there's snow on everything. I made a quick stop to check out, that's Ross Lake below, and a bunch of peaks. Last stop of the day, Washington Pass Overlook.